Most people don't know that the largest country in the world is Russia. The partition plan of Russia that will blow up the planet, and this is the map of it, you'll see what they're planning, and if they don't stop these plans, then there will be a panic. For decades, the idea of the dissolution of the Soviet Union and Russia has been constantly cultivated in Western countries. Unfortunately, one day the idea of using Ukraine to achieve this goal came up. To prevent such a development, we launched the military special operation, Russia said, SMO. This is exactly what some Western countries, led by the United States, are trying to do, to create an anti-Russian enclave and then threaten us from that direction. Preventing this is our primary goal, said Russia. This is what Vladimir Putin said. We are now at the point where the war in Ukraine is advancing at a slow pace, with the consequence that Europe's economy is being destroyed. Russia's is being strengthened. At the same time, the West is hoping that it will somehow damage Moscow, Russia that is. Putin is well aware of this nefarious plan, and it remains to be seen how things will develop. And you can check out there's an excerpt from Congressional Research Service report saying the U.S. goal of preventing the emergence of regional hegemons in Eurasia is a policy choice that reflects two perceptions. One, that given the number of people, resources, and economic activity in Eurasia, the regional hegemon in Eurasia would represent a concentration of power large enough to threaten vital U.S. interests. The National Security Strategy and the National Defense Strategy explicitly identify Russia as a de facto enemy of the United States. Russia poses a direct and ongoing threat to the regional security order in Europe and is a source of disruption and instability around the world. Russia is now a direct and continuous threat to the international peace and stability. P.S. In reality, it's an obstacle to the establishment of the international order of things, with a pole of power which will have eliminated any Kremlin interests. Russia poses a direct threat to the free and open international system because of its relentless disregard for the fundamental laws of the international, in other words, New World Order. This decade will be critical in terms of setting the conditions for dealing with the acute threat that Russia is setting. This is National Security Strategy 2022 from the White House. And finally, in 2022, National Defense Strategy states that Russia and China pose unprecedented threats to the internationalist rules-based order, hence the rules that internationalists have imposed on the subservient states of the West. All this shows that the Washington Brain Trust prepared the ideological basis for a war with Russia long before the first shot was fired in Ukraine. And this war is now underway, although the outcome is far from certain despite whatever agreement exists under the trapeze, and as in politics, everything is said and nothing is left. So see how they want to make Russia. Putin will hardly allow this, let alone Medvedev and the Russian establishment. This is from a Greek article I've translated for you, and as we can see from the map, it's in, I don't know how many, at least 10 sections. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.